How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of bourbon barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout time in the form of Lost Tavern Brewing. It is their Winter Galley. This is, like I said, their 2018 Russian Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels. I have not had this. I stopped by the brewery the other day, ended up kind of talking with one of the brewers, the owners, and he tossed this my way, so thank you very much, guys. So, I love me some Russian Imperial Stouts. They're one of my favorite stout styles in the world, so hopefully this one shows and proves. It's going to be a little bit of a catch-22. They might have given it to me because I like Russian Imperial Stouts, but I'm also very tough on them. So, yeah. What else does it have in this bottle? On the back it says, Honor the Past, Craft of Future, Hellertown, PA. 9.8% alcohol by volume, Russian Imperial Stout. So not a gigantic RAS. And that'd be that. Label-wise, yeah, it's alright. It's cool. It's kind of, I dig it. It's screen printed. I'm always sucking for screen printing. It has a pirate ship. It says Winter Galley. It looks very old. That in and of itself kind of tickles me pink. The fact that it just kind of looks like an old-timey label, like from breweries you see back in the day. So I did not pre-cut this because I like to punish you guys by making you watch me cut all this stuff off. Actually, it looks like this one's going to be pretty easy. That's called jinxing yourself right there, so. Come on, baby. Come to Papa. Ooh, how about that? Look at that. Got my big, fat sniffer, no virus. Here. Toss. Let's get some head going on this sucker. See what we got going on here. Yeah. Gigantic head on that. Purposeful. Because I don't know. I just wanted a big head on it. You know, almost 2 fingers. What I like my coffee, I look like infinite creaminess, super tight back bubbles. I mean, I pretty much say that all the time now, but that's how the beers are looking. And this rich darkness. It had a little bit of light coming through it on the pour, but not too crazy. So she looks the part of Russian Imperial Stout. A little bit creamier, maybe in the head, but that's me tossing beer in there like a jerk off. Let's get a nose. Yeah, I mean, rich milk chocolate, soft cherry bourbon, but you can get that actually from Russian Imperial Stouts. The cherry portion of the show without the bourbon, and a little bit of soft vanilla. I assume that's coming from the wood, so getting like a heavily creamed, soft, moussey kind of milk chocolate vibe. A little bit of soft red fruit. Nothing as far as high alcohol content. Nothing as far as a charry smokiness. So she smells like a nice, almost like milk stout. I'm not getting any kind of bittering component from the roasted malts. I'm not getting any kind of bittering from any hops. I know a lot of Russian Imperial Stouts are traditionally very hopped. Not really getting that in here either, so it smells quite nice. Just smells like more like a creamy, milky stout, more than a Russian Imperial Stout. Let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah, pretty much follows with the taste. You're getting that nice creaminess. You're getting that nice, soft milk chocolate creaminess. You are getting the bourbon. Comes off a little bit hot in a good way. Give me a little bit of heartburn, but that's because I never took a heartburn pill. I ate a little bit of poopy food today. And there is a bittering component to it. There is a bit from the roasted malt. There is a little bit from the hops. So you're getting subtle kind of Russian Imperial Stout vibes, but it's leaning more kind of milk stouty to me. It is. I don't know if that's a combination of the way that barrel is playing with the beer, the way that vanilla is coming off from that wood, or whatever, but it has this really soft kind of lactose-like sweetness to it. Which is nice. Well made. I like the balance between the beer and the bourbon. Drinks bigger than 9.8%, probably pushing like 12, 13% it comes off, impact-wise. And it's kind of dangerous, to be perfectly honest with you. The balance, like I thought there wasn't going to be that balance based off nose. I thought I was going to skew heavily sweet. But you get that nice balance from that roasted malt and those hops. You don't get a big char character from the barrel and a little bit of soft smokiness. Nothing too crazy. But on the other end of things, while it is the dominant factor, that soft, creamy, sultry creaminess and that milk chocolate vibe, it doesn't get too far out in left field. So it's almost like a blend. At this point, it definitely has roots and vibes of a Russian Imperial Stout, but it definitely leans a little bit more on kind of a sweet stout kind of territory. Not a bad thing at all. I think it'd be a little bit more approachable than what a lot of American brewers typically do with Russian Imperial Stouts, which they go super aggressive on a bittering component. But this is kind of somewhere between an American sweet stout and more of a traditional Russian Imperial Stout where you do have that bittering component, but it's nothing too crazy. I forget how long he told me he sat in barrels, maybe 6 months, and 4 Roses barrels, I believe it was. And yeah, she's tasty, nice, really well made, nothing negative to it, not getting any of that metallic astringency. Excuse me, I'm very, very susceptible to getting a lot of lower ABV, sub 10% stouts. Yeah. Yeah, tasty, rich, well made. I like the balance between a barrel and a beer. Good on you, Lost Tavern. So yeah, let's talk about it. Is this one of the better barrel-aged stouts that I've had as of late? Definitely worthy of being in a conversation. It's not in the upper echelon of barrel-aged stouts. I've had ones that have been bonkers, crazy good. It's not so much that this one isn't that good. It's just, or I should say, this one isn't good. It's just that other ones just kind of wowed me a little bit more, and that's more to the testament of how great beer is out there in the world nowadays as a knock on this beer. This is really good stuff. Let's put it this way. Let's strip it down to a local component. Is this one of the better barrel-aged local beers for me? And when I say that, I mean small, local. Very small and very local. These guys are 40 minutes away from me. If I can try to draw a map of 40 minutes around me, this is probably one of the better ones, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, pretty damn good stuff. Bag and availability, I don't know what it costs. Brewery only. I did have bottles there. They had a couple variants, but they didn't have any left. But a week later, they did have some. I'll try to get this up over the next week or so. So hopefully, you guys, if you do want to grab some, you can. Being that this is the 29th of December, I believe, and leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like Russian Imperial Stouts, but you wish sometimes they come off a little bit too bittering for you. If you like bourbon barrel-aged beers, but you want a little bit kind of a sweet milk stout portion with a little bit of balance in the bittering component, this is kind of meeting a lot in the middle of a lot of worlds that tend to get a little bit off in left field. So it's kind of like taking a cool portions of a couple different disciplines when it comes to stouts and barrel aging stouts and kind of putting it all in one beer, which is a fun thing. So if you like good barrel aged beer, well made barrel aged beer, a good beer to begin with in a barrel, it's definitely worth picking up. There you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice barrel-aged beer right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.